so behind me, yeah, you're so behind me.
Yo, fraud, I'm about to rip. You can call me Aquaman, cause I'm about my fish and chips. I keep my plate halal. That means no pork allowed.
The whole beat fell apart. That was the funniest day in the world.
It was funny for Vest. It was terrible for me.
I wrote my rhyme there. You know what I mean? I'm bullshitting. I haven't seen Ruddy in a minute. I mean, I'm Dreddy in a minute. I haven't seen you know, Folk in them. So, and the beat fell apart. Oh man, that was so great. But he was like, I'm gonna just loop it. Bass could get the track done.
Because Dreddy didn't. That was the thing. Dreddy didn't want me to loop it. He was like, you can't be looping there. I was like, son, let's just take the 2 tracks and loop them out, EQ them, and make them sound dope. And he's like, nah, you ain't looping the beats. Because he had, I forget who he had come mix. He had like Carlos Best come mix that album, or somebody crazy. He had somebody crazy come mix that album. And he was like, you can't be mixing 2 tracks. And you even said it. You were like, yo, I got a couple 2 tracks on my new record. If they sound good, we could use them. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have compressed them in EQ. You know, I had to use 2 tracks.
I had 2 of them on my record.
That's what I'm saying. I've had to use a great 2 tracks.
2 tracks are not always dirty.
Nah.
People,
but sometimes
people
they are.
Sometimes they are. People have this thing. People have this thing that like it's gotta be dirty. It don't gotta be dirty. You know what I mean?
So anyway, he wanted me to reconstruct the whole beats, like take the sounds and reconstruct them with the artists in the shit. Like literally take the same samples and redo the beat. And like you could do it. I had done it with 2 up to there, but this beat that Vass was working on, it had like this crazy swing to it that it could only get that because the kid laid his drums like really unquantized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like crazy.
It was nuts.
It was a nutso beat, I'm not gonna lie. And so I'm trying to like redo it, and this dude's sitting here writing his rhyme. So I'm in my head, I'm like, damn, yo, I gotta finish this really quick. And I had never been, that's the first night I met Vest, I didn't know how quick he was gonna write or anything like that. So like boom, like I worked on it for like an hour. You were pretty much, you were like coming down the home stretch telling me to play the beat so you could read your shit. And I hear you in the background, like you like were reading it, and then I could hear him going like, nah, like something like, and he like wasn't vibing with it. And I was like, yo, this is falling apart. I was like, yo, this is like I'm dead up. That's my man now. I can say it. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, this ain't working.
He was like, nah.
Just put the loop on.
Yeah.
Just put the
so
CD
on. I'm like,
so you can get my timing.
Yeah. And so I could figure out the timing of what it should really be. You know what I'm saying? Because the kid had laid all the beats down. It was to no tempo. He just hit. It was set at the default tempo of Pro Tools.
Amazing.
And he was just hit. The kid is ill. Like
the kid is hot.
It's hot to do that.
We were giving him props.
Yeah, and he didn't even know.
We were like, calm down. We know what you did. But this is unorthodox.
It's very. I've never seen.
Came out ridiculous.
It came out dope. They had done all their records up until then like that, and they had some good records. So fucking, I mean, we had Aesop on a record, we had Blue on a record for that. Like, we had a couple good records.
Blue, Aesop, me, and Jizza.
Which I was like, I couldn't believe they got, but that was Dreddy.
Yeah.
So fucking, boom, the shit is straight falling apart.
On one record, Joe, or on
on an album.
Yeah.
So, boom. I'm like, alright, alternative. And they had rented me MPCs and shit that I didn't even know how to use this MPC yet. It was the 2500 right when the 2500 came out.
Right.
Like right when it came out. And I had used the 2000. So I was still learning the box that I was... It was like, you know, it was crazy. I was under mad pressure. But Dreddy was my man. For him...
They were trying to get the album.
Exactly. And for him, you know, it meant all types of other opportunities and shit.
That was like the indie culture fucking...
Nah. This is
that shit was hot, dude.
This
that
is
shit.
Aire, fraud.
We so grimy. You so 2009. We so 2090. You're so behind me, yeah. You're so behind me, yeah. You're so behind